Can you hear me, Tubweener?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right. Happy?
Hey. Tom and I don't actually use words anymore.
We had 80%. 80% of what we say is usually, huh? Eh? Ah.
We just have different ways of...
Huh?
They're different inflections of the eh.
I'll say to Kim, huh? And she'll go, ah. That basically means, like, I'll go, huh? Look at the kettle, and she'll go, ah. Which means she wants a cup of tea.
Yeah, it's like caveman language. You know, you don't need
Yeah,
words.
yeah. And then she'll look at her tea and go, ah. And like, that means the tide's out.
Which means there's not enough.
That
like
means I've got to top it up.
Oh dear, look at the day's turning out really nice. It started off, it was raining this morning. It rained last night. The weather really came in yesterday afternoon, so we were very lucky with our walk ending when it did. Oh, ice cream.
Ice cream. Yeah.
And then it rained last night, and then this morning, and we were like, oh, okay, so we just took it easy.
Yeah, we've cruised this morning. We walked up here this morning to the cafe and had a coffee, and then we've just been...
Nice cafe there.
Yeah, cruising.
Yeah, we had bacon and eggs for breakfast. Tom made the most beautiful bacon and eggs this morning. And then we came cruise up the road for a coffee, and then we've just been watching a bit of Itchy Boots, and I did a load of washing.
I must have bit my tongue last night in my sleep because I chewed the left-hand side of my tongue.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's
Ow.
It's absolutely killing.
Uh-oh.
It might be... Well, I rage quit Facebook last night.
Yes, he was very unhappy.
I was very unhappy. Some guy really upset me, and I was like, do you know what? Fuck Facebook. So I just deleted everything. And I know it's a bit of an inconvenience because our channel stuff, you have to link it to a normal account. So I had my normal account with all my so-called friends, and the A Brit a Blunder Bike account was linked to that. You can't have like an account for your channel type thing without having a standard account linked to it, which is really annoying because I don't want a standard account. Anyway, so unfortunately, I'm afraid to say they've both gone. So no more Facebook for Mr. Tom, which is annoying because I kind of like it, but there's two things that I really hate. A, the fact that this multi-billion dollar American company has access to all my information. I hate that. And they're using it and selling it, etc., etc. That pisses me off. And what pissed me off last night is somebody ranting on about the New Zealand government being Nazis, and then I said, mate, you're really clutching at straws, comparing trying to vaccinate people to the Nazis, and anyway, so this guy that I have no idea who he is, he was like, educate yourself, bro, Nuremberg, educate yourself. And I was like, who is this guy? He doesn't know the level of my education or who I am, and it really pissed me off. This is after weeks of people winding me up. Anyway, I thought, you know what? This is not good for my mental health, because I just get really freaking pepped up about it. And I know I shouldn't. And I know I'm bigger than that. But you can't argue with stupidity, and I've given up arguing with them. So I've just deleted it. I love chatting about politics and stuff. I find it fascinating. And history. I'm really into Second World War history. I'm really into like Vietnam, you know, all that sort of war history I'm really into. You know, I grew up, my dad took us every year to the French mass graves across France. You know, I have a granddad on one side who fought for Italy, I have a granddad on the other side who fought for England. I know a fair bit about the Second World War. You know, I'm English. I grew up with it. So don't bloomin' tell me to educate myself about the Nuremberg trials. I mean, all he said was, Nuremberg, bro, educate yourself. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Do you mean the city? Or, like, I've been there, do you want me to tell you about it? Or do you mean the trials? I'm like, oh, don't even start me off again. Anyway,
Tom is no longer on Facebook.
Anyway, I'm no longer on Facebook. I wrote a big F Facebook, everybody, F you. I'm done.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You want to be my friend? Frickin' phone me up. The other thing as well is that I find it fascinating is that the younger generation, like there's quite a few younger builders that I work for that do everything through Facebook and Messenger. So they'll send quotes, they'll book meetings, and I'm like, dude, stop sending your important information on Messenger. You know, so that it's not yours. Once you put it on there, it's no longer yours.
It's a public domain.
Well, it's not even a public domain. It's a private company, babe. They can do it.
I know, but what I'm saying is Facebook it. And it, you know.
Well, it's a private company, and they can do with whatever they want, with all your photos, with everything that you've ever written on Facebook.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah. The second you write something on Facebook, it's no longer yours. It can be used against you. So
it's best to do it through personal email, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, even emails are pretty much not your property unless you pay for an email, and I don't. I need to look into that as well, but definitely not Facebook.
Yeah, the younger generation, though, that's how they roll.
I know, but they just don't get it. Anyway, so I'm done. And I'm done because it's toxic. Anyway, is that it? I don't want to rant any further than that.
Okay, subject closed.
Subject closed, thanks.
Let's enjoy the ride.
Yeah, we're about to go up one of the twistiest, most amazing motorbike roads out there called Takaka Hill. And we're going to go and explore. I think it's a big hole. Tub Wiener's going to explore a big hole.
The hole at the top.
A hole at top of a hill.
A hole at the top of the hill.
At the top of this hill, and I'm no itchy boots, so I don't know the geological significance. But for some bizarre reason, I'm guessing it's an ancient volcano tube or something. I don't know, a lava.
I'm sure there'll be a bit of information.
Yeah, we'll have a look for you, we'll tell you. There's a huge hole, and we're going to go and explore it. I'm trying to stop Tub Wiener from looking over the edge and falling in. It's the perfect day for it because it's not really a lie on the beach day. It's a bit grey. Now, last time we did this hill was on the Kawasaki. 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh golly, looks like it's coming down. Stuff that. Ugh.
Yeah, those guys are fit. Woo! She's twisty, all right, Tub Wiener. Well, luckily the GS loves it. It's not a particularly long road, Kim. We're only going to the top, so when we get to the top... Oh, look, all these corners are brand new. It's obviously all been completely destroyed. There was a massive rain about a year ago, I think. And can you remember it completely cut everybody off?
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
They've had to rebuild the road.
Yeah, completely.
It's like the people got... I remember talking to people at work about it.
Look, all these corners are brand
new.
new. Brand new. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, people got cut off. People in Collingwood. They get cut off, didn't they?
Yep.
Well, it's such a big tourist road, isn't it? They need to, do something about it.
Now, if you remember back all them years ago, this road was horrible on that Kawasaki. Can you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hole that we're about to go to, you can actually abseil down into it if you pay.
Yeah, no need.
It's massive though. I think it's 7... I seem to remember it being... I don't know actually, I can't remember. 100 metres deep or something stupid, like it's really deep. A natural hole in the ground. So we come up here and we've got to look for the sheep shed on the right, and then we go down a road up to some up to a forest, and then we park, and then we walk through the forest to the hole.
What's the sign?
That's on the left. We need to look for the sheep shed on the right. I think there's a cafe and everything. Here it is. I'm pretty sure. So the caves, there's two lots of caves we can go to. There's the hole in the ground and there's the caves. We'll do the hole in the ground first, and then we'll find out about the caves. I think the caves you have to pay to get in, and it's like a tour. Nagaru Caves on the right. Yep, and then just past that is the turn off for the Harwoods Hole or something. Abel Tasman, Harwoods Hole. Wool shed. And it's almost exactly 20 years ago since I've been down this road. Last time I came down here was in a Mitsubishi GTO, which is the first car I bought when I moved to New Zealand, because I'd never seen anything like it in my life. I'd had a Fiat Uno for 10 years, 900cc, and then I moved to New Zealand, and for extra nothing I bought a 3-litre twin turbo Mitsubishi GTO. It was an absolute pile of crap, but man, it was fast. That's the car you met me in, babe, can you remember?
The lava that blew out of the hole.
Yeah. Well, I'm presuming it must have been an ancient lava flow.
It would be like a vent.
Yeah, a vent.
Cold up here.
Just chilly, 14 degrees. See how awesome this bike is. It goes up that twisty hill, leant over superbly well, and then boop, click it into a mode and it's doing the same thing on a dirt road. Bloody brilliant.
And it's sun to come out.
Oh dear, there's been an accident. Somebody's gone off the side of the road. There's absolutely nothing we can do to help. Anything we can do to help? Damn.
Has anybody got a tow rope?
Just need a tow rope, yeah. Good luck.
Mr. Tom knows all about that.
Yep. I've done that many
About
times.
the same age as well.
Oh dear.
Put his four-wheel drive off the bloody road at halfway off a cliff.
Yes, dear.
Young men.
Well, he's obviously going a little bit too fast, and then Carl
Coming the other way.
was coming around the other way, had nowhere to go other than off the
road.
edge. Yeah.
Yeah, probably both at fault actually. Yeah, I mean, really, you need a sort of four-wheel drive to come down.
Well, no, any car will do it. I came down here on my
yeah.
Mitsubishi GTO sports car.
I guess so, but four-wheel drive just...
Then again, I was young and dumb as well. I seem to have been young and dumb for many years, to be honest.
I think you still are. I think you're old.
I'm old and dumb now. I've just remained dumb. Thanks, babe.
No, you're not.
I'm an adventurer. I'm half Italian. I'm a distant relation to Cook. Was he Italian? Which was the Italian one? The great explorer.
Christopher Columbus?
Christopher Columbus, there you go.
I don't know. No, he's English.
No, he wasn't. He was Italian. Christopher Colombo. Didn't he discover the Americas?
Yeah, I think he did actually.
There you go. It's in my blood. No, Captain Cook was English, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm half English, half Italian, you see. Cook and Columbus. Huh. I think Tobweener's hungry.
No, not at all. I'm actually cold.
Have you got another layer to put on for the way back?
I only bought my really thin little
Long sleeve?
long sleeve is all.
Oh, that'll make a big difference though. And you've got all your vents open, remember?
Got my what?
You've got all your vents open.
Oh yeah.
You shut your vents up and put your other top on, you'll be fine. Actually looks like it's about to piss it down. Oh dear. Oh, look at all the holes in the ground, look, where it's just fallen away. There's huge cave systems here where all the lava flow has oozed up through the ground. Look, down there, Kim. You see it? What are they up to? Ah, they're going to go down it. Babe, see them in all their rock climbing gear.
What are we going to do with our leathers?
Just
our
leave
motorbike gear?
them on the ground.
I don't think people will nick them.
Nah, out here, who's going to nick your motorbike gear? Right, we're walking again, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right, you just want to carry that? Okay.
Yes! You mean they've got... Oh! There you go. Really ripped it now.
Wave.
Bye, hi.
Bye, hi. It turns out my memory is my 20-year-old memory of being here isn't as good as I remembered. We've just walked all the way to the top and only to get to the top and the guy said, nah, it's down by the car park.
That's what I said. But anyway.
Turns out Tobweener was right again. Whoopsie. That was a nice walk though, eh? I distinctly remember walking down this hill. Distinctly. So I have definitely walked this track before, but maybe this isn't to the hole, if that makes sense. Always get to the hole a roundabout way, hey Kim?
Where are we?
Walking in the woods. We've gone the right way this time.
Yeah. This is the right way to the hole.
The hole.
The hole. 45-minute walk through the woods. And then there's this...
Isn't it beautiful?
So still. All you can hear is bird song.
That's what I love about New Zealand. We've got this place to ourselves again.
You just see the odd person now and then. Yeah, it's amazing. This is another part of the world I haven't been before. Part of New Zealand.
I'm showing Tabuina around New Zealand.
Wait, I dropped it. I've seen a fair bit of this country, but there's the odd spot that I haven't been to. So this is a bit of a treat.
There's a kingfisher that was on that. Here he is. Look, see him? He's right there. Right there.
What a treat.
There's two.
Yeah.
Kingfisher or woodpecker? Do they have woodpeckers in New Zealand? I don't think they do. Right. Follow me, Tabuina, I know where I'm going. my Vietnam training kicks in.
Oh.
Here we go, it's starting to get a bit.
Careful, Mr. Tom.
Oh. Oh. So these black rocks are clearly volcanic, aren't they?
Yeah. Lava.
Lava. It's got to be. Look at the see the ripples? I wonder if that's where this would have been a stream.
Possibly.
In the waters.
Actually, isn't this like limestone?
No, limestone isn't pitch black.
Yeah, it's definitely
Look how
volcanic
black
rock.
it is.
Amazing, isn't it?
Amazing. Be careful through here, Tabuina. Oh look, there's some mighty big holes down there for the old spelunkers, whatever they call them. The guys who go squeeze down.
Oh no.
Stuff that.
Why would you do that?
I know. I watched a documentary not too long ago about a guy and his brother. Oh look at the ripples in that there. I would say that's caused by this being an ancient river. That's why they're all so smooth. Look how smooth it is.
Or just as it's cooled down.
No, I think it's cooled down. That's why it's black, and then they're all super smooth because this valley, once upon a time, would have been
River, you're right.
a riverbed.
Yeah.
Huh. I can do this geology stuff, it's easy. We're hopeless. I pretty much get everything wrong. If I say a fact, it's probably 70% right if you're lucky. Ballpark, yeah. There'll always be some truth in it. It's just not, I've got it a little bit wrong.
That's why I try and, if we are doing a bit of...
Yeah, that's why we're a good team, because the other 40% or 30% that Kim makes up the facts.
I try and get stuff right.
You're pretty good. Yeah, well, here we go. It's got some informations. Aha, here we go. Cross section of what is under your feet. See if you can see that. I can't see it very well without my goggles on.
Yeah, I'll read it.
176 metre shaft of the Harwoods Hole formerly took
A stream that rose on the flanks of Mount Evans, 5 kilometres to the east of here, beyond Cannon Downs. The slightly acidic waters of the stream gradually dissolved fissures
Oh look at all this under here. We're here.
in the underlying
All this caves.
underlying marble to produce the pothole, which was also enlarged by collapse as its sides were undercut by the impressive waterfall that must once have plunged down into it. The underground river later resurged 1.3 kilometres from here and 357 metres lower down at what is now known as the Starlet Cave on the flanks of Gorge Creek.
Wow, look, you can go all the way through here, under there, all the way and out the bottom. Stuff that. We're here.
But people are actually going down into the hole.
I can't believe it's 176 metres deep. You know how deep that is?
That's really deep.
Let's go.
Right, put that off and put it away.
Okay.
Do you want me to put it in the thing?
Don't want to trip and fall down the hole. Now, seriously, don't go near the edge.
You either. You always like getting close to the edge.
What the heck?
Oh my.
Right, please be careful.
Oh my gosh, this is insane.
It's like a climbing route there. 27, which is pretty advanced.
Oh my god.
And 27 is...
I can climb a 6 one.
Oh,
On
okay.
a good day.
Yeah.
So I presume that this edge, that's the edge just there, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably don't want to get any closer than this.
No,
I'll
I wouldn't go.
go one step closer.
How did I get out there so quickly? Yeah, I know. They get out there fast. Geez, you wouldn't have it in a pocket.
What GoPro is this?
It's an 8.
8. Oh, the GoPro 8.
Yeah.
So many. Whoa. Such a good camera. I kind of feel nervous.
Especially like helmet ones. I lost a couple of those.
Is there anyone up there? Oh, there's no one up there.
Nah, they're gonna do it later.
Do you want me to take a photo down the hole?
Nah, it'll be fine.
Do you make little edits?
I'll edit it, yeah.
Just the one button.
A safe place to get up. I'm alright, don't you worry. Alright, that was epic. I hope you really enjoyed that, folks.
That was so cool.
Yeah. Cool for us, probably less cool for the viewers. But yeah, a bit special that was.
Tom gave the GoPro to one of the climbers, and he he was right on the edge of the hole looking down, and he took the GoPro and then did it right down the hole and right up and
Now
all around.
here's the slackliners here. There must be a path from up here. They look like cavers actually, not slackliners.
Cavers.
Cavers.
And then we looked up and there was, oh my gosh, these guys had ropes across and they were slacklining right across the top of the hole.
And she dropped her iPhone into.
Yeah, she fell and they're attached to the big rope things. And she fell and her iPhone fell out right to the bottom.
176 meters. You only have to drop an iPhone from a meter, and it craps itself. Let alone 176.
Yeah, it was quite extraordinary to watch them.
Yeah,
Across.
real experience, eh?
We couldn't quite believe it, could we? We just like,
What are they doing? Yeah. Why?
madness.
Why? You have to ask yourself why. I mean, it must be a real rush.
Yeah, but I think I would have a heart attack from the fear. It's a certain type of person to do that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, some people like climbing to the top of mountains, and some people like
flatlining
swinging
across
off
the giant holes.
things, and yeah. Some people like riding motorbikes, you know, everybody's different.
I suppose it's like those guys that do the right on top of really high buildings and that. They free climb, you know, right to the top of.
Yeah, I mean,
It's dangerous.
they have a pretty low life expectancy, them free climbers.
Oof. Yeah, not my bag.
No, I think you get to an age when you're just like, you know what, it's not worth it.
It's the most amazing place. It's just volcanic rock everywhere and like petrified logs and
Ooh.
all sorts of. It's just this really beautiful meadow.
The cave in though, I didn't realise, I knew that the Harwoods Hole was a big deal for abseilers and climbers,
It's a big caving system.
but I
yeah.
didn't realise there was such a massive cave system. And even like down here in like the valleys that you can't quite see, look babe,
Yeah.
I mean there's a lot going on down there.
Yeah, there sure is. I mean, they must just drop down into these holes, like
Yeah.
this one on the right here.
Yeah,
There's heaps of these holes.
there are just holes everywhere, right? Look,
Yeah, it can
yeah.
just drop down into them.
a big fancy gate there for somebody's property.
There's the mouth of a river there.
Now this is amazing.
Very cool spot. See, there's a completely empty riverbed there, like completely dry.
Yeah, because they've all dried up and gone into the holes. Do you know what I mean? Into the volcanic emptiness, the system. Yeah,
Cave system.
yeah. I mean, clearly, millions of years ago, this would have been ice up here, and the melting ice, because there's nowhere else that water could have come from in such abundance to
Yeah, true.
carve its way through them rocks.
Yeah, that's right.
So it would have been ice up here, and it's, you know, obviously eventually over millions of years dried up.
But as it melted, like you said, it's carved its way.
It's carved its way
Into the
through
rock,
through
yeah.
the volcanic rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite amazing.
It's quite good fun on gravel roads, you know. So the more I do it, the more I enjoy it.
Good.
I feel the back end sort of skipping around all over the place. It's a tight one. Just got to be a bit careful of cars coming flying round the corner like that. Wow.
Gracious.
Now that's a view.
It is a view and a half. isn't it?
Yeah, you
My goodness.
probably can't see that on the GoPro, but
Flippin' heck, it's
that is amazing. Wow. That's just nuts, isn't it? Yeah, this is what adventure biking's all about, isn't it? Getting off the main road and going up into the hills on dirt roads. Bloody brilliant. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
What's that there? Is that a house on the hill?
Like a car park with a house.
There's something here as well. That's a hot water thing there, look. There's somebody's house right there. Alright, you ready? Oh, I just love riding through the woods. So cool. It's pretty steep down here. Yeah. Tomorrow we're off to stay at Reefton, which we've driven through a couple of times, but we've never stayed there, have we?
We've always said we should stay here.
We've always, yeah, every time.
It's a cool little place. It's like a gold mining town. And it's got the original, you know, cottages and stuff like the miners. Little mining town. It's really cool. And there's a beautiful river there with some gold mining.
Yeah, you will.
Paraphernalia in it, a swing bridge, and we did it on the Kawasaki, didn't we?
Years and years ago, yeah.
We stopped down there for a rest.
Nowhere to go if somebody's coming up the other way, really, is there?
Don't know that.
We're just got to slam the brakes on. Hope that they stop, otherwise we're going down there, look.
Let's put some mirrors up on these corners.
Yeah, they're alright, baby. Just got to go steady. Just can't go ripping round them in the, in the middle of the road. There you go, look. I think we're near the end now, look. The GS has performed magnificently again, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, it's an amazing bike. My favourite.
Your favourite?
Yeah, definitely. Of all the bikes we've ever had.
Yeah. I mean, we said it before, eh? There's a reason it's the #1 selling bike. It's just so bloody good.
Yeah, well, you can get yourself a little bit of a lighter bike.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
How fast is he going? Blooming dock.
I don't mind gravel roads if it's not no big sheer drops on either side and there's no, you know, the road's big enough for 2 cars or whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Ah, that was brilliant. I'm glad we did it. And we got to see the slackliners walking across it, which is, you know, pretty freaking cool.
It was unbelievable.
There's more caves here, babe.
No,
Cave.
I want to get back now, I'm tired.
Look, there's a guided hourly tours suitable for all ages.
Yeah, we'll do that another time. Too late in the day anyway.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I want a burger.
No,
Or a
we'll
pit.
burgers.
Mr. Tom wants his burger.
Oh, we'll have to show you a picture of the burgers we had last night. Oh my goodness, it was the size of a dinner plate pretty much. A side plate at least. Huge.
Yeah, but it was a burger.
Really healthy though.
Really healthy. It was all full of coleslaw, carrots.
Really delicious. rocket.
Yeah. Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.